I am sitting on my bed. No, this is not going to be one of those piss take videos. This video is actually quite interesting because I have some big news. I'm moving. This room has been the one that I moved into a year and a half ago now, and it is the room where I have done a lot of stuff. I've made a lot of music and videos around here. I've learned the drums apparently over there. There are my guitars, I guess. This record wall has increased from what, like 4 or 5 when I started here. When I move into a new space, it is my mission, as you might know, to set it up in a way which makes it the most creative possible space where I want to sit down and make music and make stuff all the time. And that was pretty easy to do in this room because it's very clean and very bright. But this is my new room. Because this is... As you can probably tell, it's a whole lot smaller than my other room, so I have no idea how I'm supposed to fit all my stuff in here. It's also quite a bit darker and a lot more echoey, as you can hear. But there is one big redeeming quality of this whole situation, and it's that I have an outside area. It absolutely does not look like much at all right now, and it's very run down and there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done, but I'm kind of here for it. So over the next however long this ends up taking, I'm going to be doing my best to transform my new space into my ultimate bedroom, studio, and a creative haven in this outside area. But goddamn, this place needs a clean. There is a bunch of dust and stuff everywhere. So I'm going to start off by doing a lot of dusting, and then I'm going to basically wash everything. Try and get some marks off. Like there are a bunch of marks like up here and stuff like that. And then after everything's clean, I think I'll have a better idea of where to go from here. A little bit dusty. I feel like because this place is old, it has the potential to be really vibey. And that's the thing that I care the most about. I've never really cared that much about incredible acoustics or amazing gear. Doesn't matter how sick the acoustics are, if the vibes are off, I'm never gonna make anything good. This is kind of satisfying though. And that's kind of why I love bedroom studios so much, because your music is your life and your life is your music. Maybe one day I'll have a separate studio just for making music, but until then, I plan to deck out every single bedroom I have into the coolest studio I can. Okay, I think that's all the dust. So I'm going to be using this stuff for the walls. Oh, epic. And call me crazy as well, but I'm kind of optimistic about the fact that this place is a little bit smaller than my previous one, because I grew up in a really small room and for some reason they feel really cozy, and it just, I don't know, it could be conducive to vibes. Every single surface in here, so the floor, the walls, the ceiling, in all the cupboards, all that, the windows, they've all been touched by something like liquid, like a mopping thing or a cleaning liquid or a vinegar or something. Oh, there is one thing that I want to try though. These might be brass. So I've gotten this stuff called Brasso, which apparently makes it look more new. I don't know what the hell it does to it, but I'm not sure if it's brass anyway, so I'm gonna just try it, I guess. Why did I smell it? Holy shit, it's actually doing it. It's sparkling again. So check out this boy. Now check out this boy! Oh my god. He gleams. Yesterday was good. We got all the stuff like cleaned out and dusted inside, but what actually happened towards the end of the day is my girlfriend came over and we did the outside area. So we swept all the bullshit because there was just so much random like gunk and leaves, and I think the leaves had been sitting there for so long that they had broken down and become soil, which plants were growing out of. So yeah, we got rid of as much of that as we could. And then we actually gave it a huge mop with like heaps of water and heaps of chemicals and stuff. So that is clean. It's finally clean, which feels really good. It's a good starting point. Now today, I kind of want to like start making stuff look a little bit nicer before actually putting anything in. Because the thing about this place is it's not modern, and if I tried to make it look modern, it'd just not work. It's quite old, but it's got some like charm to some of the old elements. One of the parts was the Brasso, but the second is like all the skirting boards and all the windowsills and everything that's black. All the paint job's just fucked. And I feel like if I get that detailing nice, it could make the rest of the oldness feel more intentional, you know? Today, hopefully we're gonna be doing the painting of the skirting boards and all the black detailing. But one thing that would make the whole place look so much better, and I contemplated doing this and I finally pulled the trigger. I messaged the landlord asking if I could actually paint the entire thing white. Because the walls, I could work with them, but white would be a lot easier to work with. So who knows? I don't know if they'll get back to me in time. I don't know if we'll end up doing it, but that's just a little idea that I've had in my head. One complication is that it is the hottest day, I think, of the entire year. It's gonna hit like 41 degrees Celsius. Yeah, that's gonna make it a bit crazy. Keen to get this day started, and I'm sweating bullets. Oh, that looks so much better than it did yesterday. I just heard back from the landlord. I emailed them this morning, like an hour ago, and he got back to me straight away. No problem with the roof. This fucker might end up being white. The big decision now is whether to keep or whether to remove all this like black trim around the edges here. If I make it vibey like this rather than like super sterile and like, oh, modern, amazing, it'll be a lot cooler. I think that's what we'll do! Ah! I was trying to scrape this out to make it all smooth, but turns out I'm just making holes. So I think I might just leave it, you know? Because this isn't my house.
To paint something like these black skirting boards, you have to put tape around everything, because unless you've got an incredibly steady hand, you're just gonna get the paint everywhere. I have literally never painted anything in a room in my life, so, you know, I'm gonna need all the assistance I can get.
Not really much of a painter. Thank fuck we are going over it with white tomorrow, because there's a little bit that's not on the wood. At least there's tape, I guess. Time to choose the white paint. I think it's going to be like a warm tone type operation. Underratedly stressful thing is choosing a shade of, or a hue, I don't know what you call it, a color of white, because there's so many. I've talked about decision paralysis when there's too many options on this channel before, but how do you choose a white when there's all these whites? And it's gonna be a whole room, so you don't wanna make a wrong decision. Anyway, in the end, I went with I think a safe option, which is called Alpine Snow. For now, this black paint is dry, or touch dry, which is apparently when you're supposed to take the paper off. So let's have a look. All right. This is pretty cool. Just pour some in, right? All right. I've never painted a wall before.
I tried watching a quick tutorial because I figured that's probably something I should do if I'm going to paint my entire room, but then I realized they were going to teach me the proper way to do it, and I didn't need the proper way. It was 3 PM, about 1,000,000 degrees, and I just needed to get some paint on the wall.
I don't know if you can tell, but I have no idea what this is supposed to look like. This is my first time painting. So yeah, bit of a sus undercoat, but It's a white room now. Oh. I'm getting kind of tired. Not the kind of tired where you're like, oh, I don't want to do anything. I don't have any motivation. I'm just like run down. I don't know. Not that kind of tired. More the tired of like, I am so incredibly manic and so excited about this vision that I'm just doing heaps of work, and then my body is taking the toll because my brain just won't switch off. Like even last night and the night before, I couldn't really get to sleep till quite late, and I woke up quite early because I'm thinking about this project. This room's gonna be sick. And it feels kind of like a lot of my other creative projects where I have this really cool vision. It's a really cool vision, and it gets even cooler and cooler as I go until it becomes something that's really difficult to pull off. I guess that's a reason that I often start these projects without a full idea of how it's gonna go, because then I can kind of trick myself into being like, oh, this will be easy, it'll be quick. But then I start it and I'm like, oh my God, it's gonna take a while. I do find it funny how like your creative way of thinking and like way of being extends between projects. Like I seem to approach this in a similar way that I would approach music. Holy shit, there's a lot of stuff here. Or making a video or something. Well, I am making a video. But yeah, it is so much cooler than it was yesterday, which is an absolute godsend. Will be definitely a lot more enjoyable to do the painting today. So the goal of today is to basically get all the painting done inside, and then I think I want to start setting up the outside area as well. But first things first is like getting that painting done. Oh, definitely feeling the tiredness though. Overnight I learned that I was supposed to cut in or do like the side bits before I actually do the roller, which I didn't do yesterday. So yeah, we'll do that to start with, and then next coat on the thing, and then hopefully all the painting's done. Also a couple of little details here and there. We don't actually have that much paint left. It's literally that and whatever's in here. We've got to do the entire room basically. It feels like because it was such a dark color underneath, it might need an extra coat. So this has been 2 coats, and you can still see kind of like the markings and like the old color on this. I went out and bought another tub of paint, another 4 liters, so we have more than enough paint to just keep going until it's fully white. Also this wardrobe gonna do all of that. That's only had 1 coat. This looks so much better. It is insane. Like last night, I wasn't too sure about using white. I was a little bit regretful being like, I should have gone for a more cream color. And now I'm thinking it's a fantastic decision. This is entirely natural light and it's already just like kind of glowing. I think that's gonna be a big theme of the next part. I'm gonna be getting a lot of different light fittings in different places. I'm thinking some really moody, warm stuff that I can like mount in corners. That and plants are the main things I think that will really make this place pop. Ugh. The big problem I was having basically is that I want to cover up this shitty green mess. I want it to feel very natural, but doing anything with wood or doing like any grassy thing, obviously grass is off the table here, is too expensive. So this stuff from IKEA is like 20 bucks per meter squared or something, which is pretty good. But then I went on Marketplace and found it for way cheaper. And I haggled her down to like 30 bucks for whatever amount this is. And yeah, I'm just gonna see if it looks good in the space. What are just pulls in here? Oh, it just clips on. Adult Lego. It's already better, for sure. Just looks a bit out of place. immediately brightens up the space. So I just find things hard to see whether they're going to be good until I've got the final product. It's a lot like with music. Feels nice underfoot too. I'm actually pretty happy with this. Wow. That already just transformed the floor, and then the texture underneath and the weirdness kind of like looks cool underneath it, even though you can't see it, it's just more texture. Sick. This works. Oh my goodness. Before I go today, I want to get rid of both of these because they are just shit. I don't like them. That's going to be a lot harder to get out than I thought. Jeez. Okay, it's that one done. This one's an abomination. Gotta go, bro. Gotta go. God, this fucker's spiky. I have gardening gloves today. Oh my god, it's puncturing me through them. Eh. Ow! Fuck this guy. Ugh. Yes. I win. Ow, 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 ow. Ow! Why the fuck do people own cacti? They just want to hurt you. I tried to own one once. Didn't go so well. When you first found this channel from one of my remakes or me talking about the piano, did you expect to be here? Because I didn't. But I'm here for it, by definition. Whoa. My finger just got sticky in the gloves. I think I'm bleeding from the cactus inside my gloves. So my idea is, obviously, I'll buy some extra stuff of this to put in there in the corners. This will get like all fixed up, all the rust will go from rust converter. And I'm not sure what color. Black's actually kind of all right, but could go for like a deep brown with like a red hue, down for that. And then I was disliking these fence posts, but I could get a vine which grows on them and all the way around and along and makes the age look a lot better. Tall plant, tall plant, tall plant, tall plant. Plants along here, some cushions for the things, and then fairy lights along as well. That's feeling like a super creative space and somewhere that I would love to both work myself and then come with other people to collaborate, because we could just sit out here and vibe and it'd be great. Collaboration is actually a huge reason that I'm doing all of this, so if you're someone who makes music and is based in Sydney, hit me up. Maybe you could help break in the space. It's coming together. It's seriously coming together. After what turned out to be a huge first few days laying all the foundations, I took a few days to recover, and then it was time to actually start bringing stuff in and bringing this place to life. Yo, what's up, beautiful people? I am very excited, as you can probably tell, and it's because I've got plants. I've got a bunch of basil that I talked about putting along the side. I've got some small plants here, but then I've got these ones. Like huge leaves, super lush. I am super excited to get them in. But then there's the best of the bunch. I have got these. They are super tall. I don't know if you probably can't tell from this angle, but the idea with these is that they're gonna go around the area to kind of enclose it a bit more and make it feel a lot more cozy and a lot more, I don't know, separated from the outside world and creative. First things first is to get all these plants in my car and at the place, and then we'll arrange them. Oh yeah, and slight complication, it's raining all day and all of the next like 3. That's not gonna stop me though. All these plants have come courtesy of Mum's garden. How sick is that? I got a few plants, baby. Oh my goodness, yes. Huge yes. Oh yes. Yes, yes, yes. I'm in a jungle. I was supposed to have something fun to say here, but I'm just so happy. Ah! I'm so stoked. Obviously, this is not where all this stuff is going. I have ideas for where it will go. But next step, before we get it into those spots, is I want to do a few extra things to like the flooring and the sides and stuff to vibe it out a lot more, so that then we can put stuff in place. And to do that, I'm gonna need to go shopping. edging, I have two options. And I'm not sure which one's gonna look better. Fuck me, I am tired. This should be everything we need to make this outside area finished. The idea was that adding this around the edges here will make it feel like more textural because, I don't know, got a raised layer or some shit. And it's also cheap as hell. I think I'm gonna start by just like laying it down underneath these benches and stuff, and then the pots and plants will go into place around them. These bricks are ones that we kind of half threw away when we were cleaning this shit out, but now I need them, and the moss is actually kind of starting to look in place. You don't see it, but it's fun to be bringing back the old parts of this place. Yeah. This is my passion fruit. It's pretty small right now, but the idea is that it grows all the way up these vines and wraps along these, so it should go around here somewhere. It's great. It's starting to come together. Plant the biggest of the boys and wish them all the best. Right, that's one. It's you. Epic! It's pouring! In, that's two. So first it's the blistering heat, now it's the pouring rain. What's next? That's three. I've never been like particularly, squeamish isn't the right word, but like precious. Like I don't like gross things, but when it comes to getting down and getting something done, it doesn't bother me. That's four. Our next one is these big ones. It is absolutely pouring. Soaked to the bone, bro. Soaked to the bone, but I don't care. I think we're done.